Sylvester Stallone, born on July 6, 1946, in the tough neighborhood of Hell's Kitchen, New York City, had a challenging start in life. His birth was complicated, and the use of forceps accidentally damaged a facial nerve, leaving him with a drooping lip and partial paralysis on one side of his face. This condition, which would later become his trademark, made him different from other children and subjected him to constant bullying and ridicule. As a young boy, Stallone faced harsh words about his appearance and intelligence, sometimes being told his brain was dormant. His parents, Jackie and Frank Stallone, divorced when he was 11, creating instability in his life as he moved between his father in Maryland and his mother in Philadelphia. This lack of a stable home left a lasting impact, and his rebellious nature led to multiple school expulsions. By the age of 15, teachers had given up on him, with some even suggesting that his future might lead to jail or worse. Despite these challenges, Stallone developed a stubborn resilience. He had a dream to act, though many around him doubted his abilities. These early hardships, though painful, shaped his determination to succeed and gave him the inner strength he would later use in his career. Even as a teenager facing rejection and ridicule, Stallone held on to the dream of performing, setting the foundation for the man who would become one of Hollywood's most enduring action stars. His early life was filled with obstacles, yet instilled a determination and toughness that would define his work ethic and approach to life. Stallone's childhood is a reminder of how challenges can build character and create resilience that lasts a lifetime. At 19, Stallone's life began to shift when he traveled to Switzerland and enrolled at the American College of Switzerland, a small institution nestled among the Swiss Alps. This period marked a turning point, as the serene environment and academic focus allowed him to explore his passion for acting. During his 2 years there, Stallone studied drama and took on various odd jobs, including working as a gym teacher, dorm bouncer, and selling hamburgers to fellow students. One defining moment came when he auditioned for a college production of Arthur Miller's Death of a Salesman. His performance impressed a visiting Harvard professor, who encouraged him to consider acting as a career. This advice had a profound impact, helping Stallone realize that his dream could be more than a hobby. It could be a path to a meaningful life. By the time he returned to the United States in 1967, Stallone was no longer the aimless young man who had arrived in Switzerland. He enrolled at the University of Miami to continue studying drama, further honing his skills. Though he left just short of graduation, the experience provided valuable training and exposure to stagecraft. This period of exploration and hard work helped him cultivate the confidence and technique needed to pursue a career in acting. These formative years in Switzerland played a crucial role in shaping Stallone's career, giving him belief that he could succeed despite the odds. It was here that his love for storytelling and performing began to blossom, laying the groundwork for his future as a Hollywood icon. After returning to the United States, Stallone faced the harsh realities of pursuing acting in New York City. The early 1970s were some of the most difficult years of his life. He struggled to find work and even experienced homelessness, spending 3 weeks sleeping in the Port Authority bus terminal. With only $16 in his bank account, Stallone took on any job he could find, from working as a movie theater usher to cleaning lion cages at the Central Park Zoo for minimal pay. These experiences were grueling, but shaped his work ethic and determination. He faced relentless rejection during auditions, including being turned down for even small extra roles in major films like The Godfather. In a desperate attempt to earn money, Stallone took a small role in a low-budget adult film called The Party at Kitty and Studs, earning $200 for 2 days of work. While this project was far from glamorous, it gave him a chance to survive and continue pursuing acting. Despite setbacks, Stallone never abandoned his dream. These struggles highlight the perseverance and resilience required to succeed in Hollywood, particularly for someone with Stallone's physical and speech challenges. The early part of his career was defined by hardship, rejection, and determination, setting the stage for the breakthrough that would change his life forever. Stallone's life took a dramatic turn in 1975 when he watched a boxing match between Muhammad Ali and Chuck Wepner. Wepner, an underdog, managed to knock down Ali before ultimately losing the fight. Inspired by Wepner's determination, Stallone wrote the script for Rocky in just 3.5 days. At the time, he had only $16 in his bank account, but he believed strongly in his vision. Producers offered him $350,000 for the script, but Stallone insisted he play the lead role of Rocky Balboa. This decision was risky, as the budget was cut to $1 million, and Stallone agreed to earn only $35,000 for both writing and acting. Despite these constraints, the film was shot in just 28 days, with improvisation playing a key role in creating iconic scenes. When Rocky was released on December 3, 1976, it became a global phenomenon, grossing $225 million worldwide. Audiences connected with its heartfelt story, and critics praised Stallone's performance. The film received 10 Oscar nominations, including Best Picture, and won 3, cementing Stallone's place in Hollywood history. This success not only launched his career, but also demonstrated his resilience, creativity, and dedication to his craft. Rocky became more than a movie. It became a symbol of perseverance and determination, both for Stallone and for audiences around the world. The creation of Rocky illustrates how talent, hard work, and unwavering belief can overcome even the most difficult circumstances. Following the success of Rocky, Stallone expanded the franchise with sequels like Rocky II, Rocky III, and Rocky IV. These films continued to explore themes of determination, resilience, and personal growth. Rocky IV, released in 1985, became the highest-grossing entry in the series, earning $300 million worldwide and capturing the cultural tension of the Cold War era. Despite mixed critical reception, it remains one of the most iconic films in the franchise. Stallone also created the Rambo series, beginning with First Blood, which further solidified his status as an action star. Initially, he struggled with the film's long and awkward cut, even considering buying it to destroy it. However, editing and a suggestion to cut most of his dialogue transformed the character into the silent, intense figure beloved by fans. Over the years, Stallone continued to take on a mix of action and dramatic roles, from Cliffhanger to Copeland, showing his range as an actor. He even tackled futuristic action in Demolition Man alongside Wesley Snipes and Sandra Bullock. While some films in the late 1990s and early 2000s underperformed, Stallone's resilience and reinvention allowed him to make a comeback with Rocky Balboa in 2006, demonstrating his ability to adapt and remain relevant in Hollywood. Stallone and Bruce Willis first became friends in the late 1980s during the height of their action movie careers. Their bond strengthened in 1991 when they, alongside Arnold Schwarzenegger, launched Planet Hollywood, a restaurant chain celebrating Hollywood's glamour. This venture symbolized not just a business collaboration, but also a close off-screen relationship. Fans eagerly anticipated a major film collaboration, which eventually happened with the Expendables franchise. In the 2010 first film, Willis played a brief but memorable cameo as Mr. Church, a mysterious CIA operative. Though limited to one scene, the moment became iconic. He returned in The Expendables 2 in 2012 with a larger role, participating in action sequences alongside Stallone. The chemistry between the two actors was well received by fans, highlighting the appeal of seeing two action legends share the screen. Their professional relationship appeared strong, and both benefited from the global success of the franchise, which grossed hundreds of millions worldwide. Tension arose during pre-production for The Expendables 3 in 2013. Willis was offered $3 million for 4 days of work, but countered with demand for $4 million. This request created strain, particularly since the budget was already high at $100 million. Stallone and the producers gave him a 72-hour deadline to accept the original offer. When he refused, he was replaced by Harrison Ford. Stallone expressed his frustration publicly via social media, tweeting pointed remarks like greedy and lazy, which, though not naming Willis directly, made the target clear. The situation created widespread attention and marked a turning point in their collaboration. Industry insiders noted that Willis had been surprised by the speed of his replacement. This public fallout illustrated the challenges of managing egos and finances in Hollywood productions, especially when dealing with high-profile stars. The tension not only affected production, but also strained the personal relationship between Stallone and Willis. Despite the public feud, Stallone eventually expressed regret over his harsh words. In interviews, he apologized for making the situation personal, praising Willis as a talented actor. The reconciliation was publicly symbolized on September 17, 2019, when Stallone posted a photo with Willis on Instagram, captioned, "Made up with Bruce, a stand-up guy. My mistake." The post quickly went viral, earning hundreds of thousands of likes, and fans celebrated the renewed bond. This moment highlighted the ability of both actors to move past conflict and focus on mutual respect and friendship. The reconciliation served as a reminder that personal relationships in Hollywood can be complex, affected by career pressures, business negotiations, and public perception, but can also be repaired with humility and communication. The renewed friendship was later overshadowed by difficult news. On March 30th, 2022, Willis's family announced his retirement due to a diagnosis of aphasia, a condition affecting cognitive and language abilities. This announcement shocked the world, marking the end of his 4-decade career and leaving a void in Hollywood. Colleagues reported challenges Willis faced on recent film sets, including difficulty remembering lines and performing physically demanding scenes. Director Mike Burns noted that after one day of filming, adjustments had to be made to accommodate Willis's condition. Stallone publicly expressed how deeply affected he was by his friend's struggles, describing the situation as heartbreaking. This episode underscored the human side of celebrities and highlighted the personal challenges actors face as they age or deal with health issues, reminding fans of the fragility of life beyond the screen. Sylvester Stallone's career is defined by resilience, determination, and an ability to reinvent himself. From a bullied child in Hell's Kitchen to a global superstar, his story embodies perseverance in the face of adversity. His insistence on creative control, exemplified by writing and starring in Rocky, shows his commitment to his vision. His films have inspired millions with themes of determination, courage, and overcoming obstacles. Stallone's friendship and public feud with Bruce Willis reflect the complex dynamics of Hollywood relationships, where professional, personal, and financial factors often intersect. Ultimately, Stallone's legacy extends beyond box office success. It includes the inspiration he provides to aspiring actors and the cultural impact of his iconic characters. His story demonstrates that talent combined with resilience and belief in oneself can overcome nearly any challenge. 1978, Sylvester Stallone is Hollywood royalty, but his story didn't start in the spotlight. Born on July 6, 1946, in Hell's Kitchen, New York, Stallone entered a world of challenges. During his birth, doctors used forceps, accidentally severing a facial nerve. This left him with a drooping lip and partial facial paralysis, marks that would one day become his signature look. As a child, he faced relentless bullying. Kids teased him for his appearance and speech, and even adults doubted his intelligence. To make matters worse, his parents, Jackie and Frank Stallone, divorced when he was just 11, throwing his young life into chaos. He moved between his father in Maryland and his mother in Philadelphia, struggling to find stability. By age 15, he'd been expelled from 14 schools. Some teachers even predicted he'd end up in serious trouble. Yet, through all this adversity, Stallone held on to one dream: to act. He refused to let others define his future, and that determination would carry him to the toughest years of his life. 1819. Stallone's journey took him to the American College of Switzerland, nestled in the picturesque Swiss Alps. This was more than a change of scenery. It was a turning point. For 2 years, he immersed himself in drama, discovering a love for performing that would shape his future. Stallone balanced his studies with odd jobs, working as a dorm bouncer, gym teacher, and even selling hamburgers. Then came a pivotal moment. He auditioned for a campus production of Death of a Salesman. A visiting Harvard professor noticed his talent and told him he should consider acting as a career. Those words were life-changing. Stallone returned to the United States in 1967, determined to pursue his dreams. He enrolled at the University of Miami to continue studying drama, gaining valuable experience that would prepare him for the harsh realities of Hollywood. These early years show that even amidst uncertainty, passion and persistence can set the stage for greatness. Back in the U.S., Stallone faced a harsh truth. Hollywood wasn't easy. The early 1970s were some of the darkest years of his life. He was homeless for 3 weeks, sleeping in the Port Authority bus terminal with just $16 in his bank account. To survive, he took any job he could find, from working as a movie theater usher to cleaning lion cages at the Central Park Zoo. Auditions were grueling and rejection was constant. Even small extra roles in major films like The Godfather eluded him. In a desperate bid to earn money, Stallone starred in a low-budget adult film called The Party at Kitty and Studs. It wasn't glamorous, but it kept him afloat. Despite these challenges, Stallone never gave up. Every rejection, every obstacle strengthened his resolve. He was determined to make a name for himself, no matter what it took. These years of struggle forged a resilience that would define his career and shape the action star we know today. Everything changed in 1975 when Stallone watched a boxing match between Muhammad Ali and underdog Chuck Wepner. Wepner's determination inspired him to write the script for Rocky in just 3.5 days. At the time, Stallone had only $16 to his name, yet he refused to sell the script unless he could play the lead role. Producers initially offered him $350,000 for screenplay, but Stallone insisted. He had to star as Rocky Balboa. It was a gamble. The film's budget was slashed to $1 million, and Stallone earned just $35,000 for writing and acting. Yet, Rocky became a worldwide sensation, grossing $225 million. Critics praised Stallone's heartfelt performance, and the film received 10 Oscar nominations, winning 3. Rocky's underdog story mirrors Stallone's own life, a testament to resilience, determination, and the power of believing in oneself. This breakout role transformed Stallone from a struggling actor into a Hollywood icon. Following Rocky, Stallone built an empire of iconic roles. Rocky II, Rocky III, and Rocky IV explored perseverance and personal growth, with Rocky IV becoming the highest-grossing entry at $300 million. Meanwhile, Stallone created the Rambo franchise. The original First Blood almost didn't succeed. Stallone even wanted to buy and destroy the film because the first cut was long and awkward. But after editing, Rambo became a silent, intense character loved by fans worldwide. Stallone proved he could mix action and drama with films like Cliffhanger, Copeland, and Demolition Man. Even when some late 90s films failed, Stallone reinvented himself with Rocky Balboa in 2006, showing he could adapt and stay relevant in a changing Hollywood landscape. Stallone and Bruce Willis first became friends in the late 1980s, their bond growing stronger in 1991 when they, along with Arnold Schwarzenegger, launched Planet Hollywood. Fans eagerly awaited a major film collaboration, which happened with the Expendables franchise. In the 2010 first film, Willis had a brief cameo as Mr. Church, which quickly became iconic. He returned in Expendables 2 with a larger role, sharing action scenes with Stallone. The on-screen chemistry and shared history made them one of Hollywood's most anticipated duos. Their friendship was both personal and professional, built on mutual respect and shared experience in the action movie world. Tension arose during pre-production for The Expendables 3 in 2013. Willis was offered $3 million for 4 days of work, but requested $4 million. Stallone and producers gave him a 72-hour deadline to accept the original offer. When he refused, he was replaced by Harrison Ford. Stallone publicly expressed frustration with tweets calling Willis greedy and lazy. The feud drew massive media attention and shocked fans. Industry insiders noted Willis was surprised by his sudden replacement. The situation highlighted the delicate balance of personal relationships and business negotiations in Hollywood, where high-profile actors and big budgets create tension behind the scenes. Despite the feud, Stallone eventually apologized. He expressed regret for letting the conflict become personal and praised Willis as a talented actor. On September 17, 2019, Stallone posted a photo with Willis on Instagram, captioning it, "Made up with Bruce, a stand-up guy. My mistake." The post went viral, and fans celebrated the renewed friendship. This public reconciliation demonstrated humility and highlighted the possibility of repairing long-standing conflicts, even in a high-pressure industry like Hollywood. Their renewed bond reminded audiences that personal respect can survive even public disputes. That in 2022, the renewed friendship was overshadowed by tragedy. Bruce Willis retired from acting due to aphasia, a condition affecting communication and cognition. Colleagues reported his difficulties on set, and directors had to adjust lines and scenes. Stallone expressed deep sadness over his friend's condition, emphasizing the human side of Hollywood and the impact of health on careers. This period reminded fans that even legendary stars face personal battles beyond their on-screen personas. Stallone's concern highlighted profound empathy, showing the enduring nature of their friendship. Stallone's career, spanning decades, is a story of resilience, determination, and creativity. From a bullied child to a Hollywood superstar, he embodies perseverance. His insistence on creative control, iconic characters, and inspiring underdog stories has left a lasting cultural impact. His feud and reconciliation with Willis illustrate the complexities of professional and personal relationships in Hollywood. Beyond box office earnings and awards, Stallone's legacy lies in the inspiration he offers aspiring actors and the enduring connection his characters have with audiences worldwide. His life teaches that talent, hard work, and belief in oneself can overcome even the toughest challenges. Sylvester Stallone's journey to becoming one of Hollywood's most iconic action stars was anything but easy, marked by personal struggles, professional setbacks, and moments of sheer determination that defined his career. Born on July 6, 1946 in Hell's Kitchen, New York, Stallone entered the world under challenging circumstances, as complications during his birth damaged a facial nerve, leaving him with a drooping lip and slurred speech, physical traits that would later become his trademark. As a child, he faced relentless bullying and criticism from peers, and even adults who doubted his intelligence, making his early life a daily battle for self-confidence. Adding to his hardships, Stallone's parents divorced when he was just 11, forcing him to move between his father in Maryland and his mother, who had remarried in Philadelphia, leaving him with a deep sense of instability. Despite being expelled from 14 schools by the age of 15 and enduring teachers' harsh predictions that he might end up in serious trouble, Stallone refused to give up on his dream of becoming an actor. At 19, a transformative chapter began when he attended the American College of Switzerland, surrounded by the serene Swiss Alps. There, he immersed himself in drama studies while working odd jobs, selling hamburgers, working as a dorm bouncer, and serving as a gym teacher to support himself. A pivotal moment came when he performed in a campus production of Arthur Miller's Death of a Salesman, catching the attention of a visiting Harvard professor who told him he should consider acting as a career, giving Stallone the confidence and clarity to pursue his dreams. Returning to the United States, he enrolled at the University of Miami to continue his studies in drama, preparing for the challenging path that lay ahead in New York City. However, the early 1970s were filled with hardship. Stallone faced homelessness, sleeping in the Port Authority bus terminal for 3 weeks with only $16 in his bank account, and took on any job he could find, from ushering at movie theaters to cleaning lion cages at the Central Park Zoo. He endured constant rejection during auditions, including being turned down for extra roles in major films like The Godfather, and even took a role in a low-budget adult film to make ends meet. Yet, it was during this period of struggle that inspiration struck. After watching underdog boxer Chuck Wepner fight Muhammad Ali in 1975, Stallone wrote the script for Rocky in just 3.5 days, a story of determination and resilience that mirrored his own life. Refusing to sell the script unless he could play the lead, he gambled everything on a role of Rocky Balboa, ultimately earning only $35,000 for writing and acting, while the film's budget was slashed to $1 million. Despite these limitations, Rocky became a worldwide phenomenon, grossing $225 million and winning 3 Oscars, launching Stallone's career as a Hollywood legend. He went on to create the Rambo franchise, pushing boundaries in transforming action cinema, and later solidified his legacy with films like Cliffhanger, Copeland, and Demolition Man, showcasing both action and dramatic talent. Along the way, Stallone formed a lasting friendship with Bruce Willis, strengthened in the early 1990s with ventures like Planet Hollywood and collaborations in the Expendables franchise, where their on-screen chemistry thrilled fans. Yet in 2013, tensions arose during pre-production for Expendables 3 when Willis requested a higher fee than originally offered, leading to his replacement by Harrison Ford and Stallone's public tweets criticizing what he saw as greed and laziness. Despite this highly publicized feud, Stallone later apologized and reconciled with Willis, posting a viral Instagram photo in 2019 confirming their renewed friendship. Tragically, this reunion was overshadowed by Bruce Willis's retirement from acting in 2022 due to aphasia, a condition affecting communication and cognition. Stallone has expressed deep sorrow for his friend's condition, reflecting the human side of Hollywood life beyond fame and fortune. Stallone's journey, from a bullied, struggling child to a resilient, self-made superstar, and through friendship, feuds, and reconciliation, demonstrates the enduring power of determination, loyalty, and perseverance, proving that even the toughest obstacles can be overcome with talent, hard work, and belief in oneself. After the massive success of Rocky, Stallone's career expanded into a series of iconic sequels and other action-packed films that cemented his status as a global superstar. Rocky II, Rocky III, and Rocky IV each build upon the themes of determination, resilience, and personal growth, showing audiences that the underdog could not only survive but thrive against all odds. Rocky IV, released in 1985, became the franchise's highest-grossing entry, earning $300 million worldwide. And its storyline of Rocky facing the formidable Soviet boxer Ivan Drago captured the cultural tensions of the Cold War era, making the film a phenomenon far beyond the boxing ring. Meanwhile, Stallone's creation of John Rambo in First Blood allowed him to explore a different kind of hero, one shaped by pain, survival, and quiet strength. Despite initial doubts about the film's success and even considering buying and destroying the first cut, Stallone's editing choices and dedication turned Rambo into a silent, intense, and unforgettable character. Through these roles, Stallone demonstrated that he was not only capable of leading blockbuster films, but also of shaping characters with depth and enduring appeal. Beyond the action genre, he showed his dramatic abilities in films like Copeland, where he portrayed a hearing-impaired sheriff, gaining 40 pounds for the role and earning praise from critics for his emotional performance. He also experimented with blending action and humor in films like Demolition Man, starring alongside Wesley Snipes and Sandra Bullock, demonstrating his versatility and willingness to take risks. Even when some films in the late 1990s and early 2000s, such as Judge Dredd, Get Carter, and Driven, failed to connect with audiences, Stallone's persistence never wavered. He faced public criticism and financial setbacks, including unsuccessful ventures like opening a restaurant and nightclub, but each disappointment was met with determination to reinvent himself. This period of Stallone's life highlights a crucial lesson. Even established stars must navigate failure and adapt to remain relevant. By 2006, at 60 years old, Stallone returned to the big screen with Rocky Balboa, the sixth installment in the Rocky franchise, proving that experience, resilience, and an unwavering belief in one's abilities can result in a triumphant comeback, further solidify his place in cinematic history. During the late 1980s and early 1990s, Sylvester Stallone and Bruce Willis developed a friendship that combined mutual respect, shared experiences in the action film industry, and a love for entrepreneurship. Their bond strengthened in 1991 when they partnered with Arnold Schwarzenegger to launch Planet Hollywood, a restaurant chain that celebrated Hollywood's biggest stars and their iconic films. The business venture allowed the three action legends to spend more time together, deepen their friendship, and showcase their personalities beyond the screen. Fans of both Stallone and Willis eagerly awaited an on-screen collaboration, and the anticipation grew when Willis made a brief cameo in Stallone's 1996 film Copeland. Though the role was small, it fueled speculation and excitement among audiences that a full-length film starring both stars was possible. That dream began to materialize with the creation of the Expendables franchise, which Stallone conceived as a tribute to the action-packed films of the 1980s and 1990s. The series brought together legends of the genre, including Willis, Schwarzenegger, and Stallone himself, creating a unique opportunity for fans to see their favorite action stars share the screen. In the first film, released in 2010, Willis played Mr. Church, a mysterious CIA operative who hires Stallone's team for a dangerous mission. Although his screen time was limited to a single scene, the moment became instantly memorable, highlighting the combined charisma of these action icons. Stallone later revealed that filming this scene took 7 hours due to its complexity, showcasing the level of dedication and effort required to bring these larger-than-life characters to the screen. The success of the first film set the stage for Expendables 2 in 2012, where Willis returned with a larger role, participating in numerous action sequences alongside Stallone. The movie was a global hit, grossing $315 million, and fans praised the dynamic performances of Willis and Schwarzenegger, appreciating the nostalgic yet modern approach to high-octane action cinema. This period seemed to confirm that Stallone and Willis had achieved the ultimate reunion of action movie legends, blending camaraderie, shared history, and thrilling entertainment for audiences around the world. Their on-screen teamwork mirrored their off-screen friendship, giving fans hope that the partnership would continue for future installments, further solidifying both actors' legacies as pillars of the action genre. Stallone faced homelessness, sleeping in the Port Authority bus terminal for 3 weeks with only $16 in his bank account, and took on any job he could find, from ushering at movie theaters to cleaning lion cages at the Central Park Zoo. He endured constant rejection during auditions, including being turned down for extra roles in major films like The Godfather, and even took a role in a low-budget adult film to make ends meet. Yet, it was during this period of struggle that inspiration struck. After watching underdog boxer Chuck Wepner fight Muhammad Ali in 1975, Stallone wrote the script for Rocky in just 3.5 days, a story of determination and resilience that mirrored his own life. Refusing to sell the script unless he could play the lead, he gambled everything on the role of Rocky Balboa, ultimately earning only $35,000 for writing and acting, while the film's budget was slashed to $1 million. Despite these limitations, Rocky became a worldwide phenomenon, grossing $225 million and winning 3 Oscars, launching Stallone's career as a Hollywood legend. He went on to create the Rambo franchise, pushing boundaries and transforming action cinema, and later solidified his legacy with films like Cliffhanger, Copeland, and Demolition Man, showcasing both action and dramatic talent. Along the way, Stallone formed a lasting friendship with Bruce Willis, strengthened in the early 1990s with ventures like Planet Hollywood and collaborations in the Expendables franchise, where their on-screen chemistry thrilled fans. Yet in 2013, tensions arose during pre-production for Expendables 3 when Willis requested a higher fee